Hi everybody, thank you for joining. My name's Colin and I'm the host of the Gallant Few Rangers podcast, giving you the reaction of Rangers 2, Dundee 1 in the league in Dens Park. It was a long day, Bells. I know we've said in the pod a few times that in the run-in we'd happily take victories by one goal margins, even if it was a poor performance. But it's a tough watch. It really is a tough watch. It's a huge 3 points, but it was it wasn't the prettiest of watching. Rangers were terrible in the first half. There was absolutely no getting away from it. Really poor goal to lose. Alan McGregor again. He got so much plaudits on Thursday night for the saves he was making in Serbia, and it's just this no coming for cross balls, staying on his line, just making the. He's 40 now, and he's been poor at these scenarios since he was a young boy. He's not going to change now, so it's really frustrating. We need to defend better as well. Albeit Ryan Kent's probably the last person you want defending the back post and try to win a header. For then on in for the next 40-50 minutes, Rangers really poor, and what's getting labelled at them, it was a lack of effort, and I don't know, it's easy to say lack of effort, but it wasn't clicking. They weren't doing what they needed to do, and whether it was the effort or it wasn't coming off or decision making, whatever, it just was nowhere near good enough, and the fans are right to be really frustrated. Talk about fans being frustrated. The protest really didn't help. I know that the fans want to voice their opinion on the Australian friendly, but seeing the second half when Rangers need to start quickly and we need to be getting the game going, getting the ball rolling, spending fucking 5 minutes taking tennis balls off and the toilet paper, or maybe that wasn't a protest. Maybe the toilet paper was just letting Rangers know they were shite. To be fair, if it is, fair play to the Union Bears for Parter. But anyway, back to the game. Rangers then had a really good spell, creating a lot of chances. They dominated the ball most of the game, but they were getting chances, getting corners, and it looked as if a goal was coming. The goal eventually came off the kind of second cross in from a corner. A brilliant ball in for James Tavernier. Came out of, gets a header, a cross goal, and Aaron Ramsey he taps it in, and if that's we've seen him start twice in a row, and he's added in a goal. And if he gets a goal that helps Rangers get across the line and winning the league, then it was all worthwhile, because that's a huge 3 points. At that point, I thought Rangers were going to kick on and maybe take 2 or 3 off Dundee, just because of the first spell they had before. But then they kind of did revert back into what we were seeing before. It was kind of lacklustre. It was poor decision making, no quite getting off. Just it wasn't coming off for us. Eventually, though, the goal comes later in the second half. A brilliant ball in for James Tavernier, who actually did have a decent second half. And again, that's 2 assists. If that's no captain material, I don't know what is. A brilliant ball in, and I don't know why Connor Golson was joining the attack. Well, it worked out, but the first one I seen before he volleyed it in past the keeper, I was thinking to myself, that's your centre half up there. But fair play, a good finish to make it 2-1 Rangers, and and then it was a long 15-20 minutes, 7 minutes added on at the end, but if I'm being honest, taking the emotion out of it, Dundee didn't look like coming back. Big 3 points. We go into the international break, 3 points behind Celtic, playing them next. Huge game, and it's all to play for. We said we couldn't drop any more points before the international break, and we haven't. We're going to go in, we're going to have Celtic at Ibrox, and it's our chance to, if we're really serious about winning this league, we need to win that game. There's no doubt about it. It's still in our gift, it's in our hands. We'll talk about the game in much more detail in this week's weekly pod. Chris Paul will be hosting the game, which is fitting as the he made the journey up to Dundee. It was a few bottles of Menabrea down as he set off from Greenock, so how much he remembers I don't know, but the boys will be there to talk about the game in full. Thanks very much for watching, enjoy the rest of your weekend.